So guys, I've made an app using Android Studio, which is for maps. In this example, we will see how can we make use of maps provided by Google. I clicked on the app that I have created. In this example, you will see that most of it is done. We just need to know the procedure that is required to make this happen. It is zoomed into a higher level, so I will reduce it by zooming it out. And finally you will see that there is this marker which is given, marker in New Delhi, which is there. I had put this thing, so we will see how to do that. So tomorrow if you want to make an app which needs to show some map to your users, so how to put that marker. Also we will see how can we put the default zoom into the app so that whenever the map opens for the users to use, what is the default zoom in that is there, right? So let's get into Android Studio and see how to follow this procedure. So let's say we start from the very scratch. How, because this is a different kind of activity that will be involved here. So I will start it from the very beginning. We go to a new and then new project. Next, next. And here we will not choose the empty activity. We will choose a predefined activity which is given to us by Android Studio, which is Google Maps activity. All right. We choose this and then we click on next. Let it be like this only. Click on finish. As you can see, the maps activity has opened up. There's this maps activity extends fragment activity implements on map ready callback. These are additional classes and which SDK Google SDK has for us. We're going to make our actions here. Before that, we will also have to register our app on this API. If you go into Google Maps API, you will find it in the values Google Maps API.xml. If you go here, you will see that it has already given us a link here, which we need to follow. And go to our browser. So my Google API's dashboard has opened. It will ask you to create a project. Create a project. Continue. Takes me to the next screen, which where it tells me that API is enabled. The project has been created by Google Maps Android API and has been created. Next, you will need to create an API key in order to call the API. So now I will generate a key, create API key. This key I will be putting it in my Android Studio app, and then I'll be able to call this API. This is my API. I go here and here it tells me to paste this API key, right? So I paste it here and now we are good to go and start making changes here. What I've done is, so by default you will get a marker in Sydney here. I am from India, so I will put my capital names here. uh, I googled my the latitude and longitude and figured out that the The latitude and longitude for India are, just a minute, let me Google it back and let you know. Yeah, so I Googled it, and these are latitude and longitude for New Delhi, which I want to put a marker on. I change here the marker name, and now another thing that I can do is to change the type of map that I get to see. So this API allows you to open different kinds of maps. It could be a terrain map or a normal map or different options that we will see that are given to us. So here you can see I have called a function called a method set map type. If I, yeah, see, all these options are given to me. I have kept it as terrain. You can also call hybrid. Hybrid will have mixture of both the typical map made on a paper and also Google Earth components in it. So let's choose terrain, and this is another statement that you can write. Here 21 is the current zoom level. If you remember when I showed you the app, it was zoomed in too much, a bit too much. So can we reduce this to 15? Let's see if 15 is possible, and then let's run this app and see how does it look. So I launched this app, and let's see how does it look. As you can see, this time the zoomed in is not too high because we had kept it as 15. The first example which I showed you when we started this video, it was 21 zoom. This is 15. So this is lesser. If a user wants, they can definitely zoom in more and get the same experience for which you get for 21. So this it is, if I click on this, then I also get marker in New Delhi, or I can change this text. So this is pretty much okay now. And so this was about Google Maps, which you can use in your Android apps. You can also include other features in here, like tomorrow if you want to make an app which basically calculates distance between 2 points, you can start from this, like, now you know the starting point, and now you can go forward uh, with any of your app ideas. So this is pretty much about Google Maps. Now in our next session we will look at slightly different thing. Let's say we'll do something in multimedia, uh, and or probably something to do with drawings, let's say, because that's also something which is very pretty interesting that Android has provided the services for. So let's meet in our next session.